Welcome to the Tennis Pulse. The heartbeat of tennis is here. We are an exciting tennis show serving up fresh voices, bold insights, and we promise a lot of fun. Today on the Tennis Pulse, our best of best. We award superlatives to the best players of 2024. Feel the heartbeat of tennis with your hosts and tennis fans, Lindy Way-Suttle Mulla-Vestenhagen, Federica Finari, William Bonmossenon, Zani Suttle, and our Tennis Pulse expert, Charlie Stiep. The Tennis Pulse starts now. Hi, I'm Lindy Way-Suttle Mulla-Vestenhagen. This is the Tennis Pulse Best of Best, where we give the 2024 tennis players our superlatives. Let's dive into it. Up first is Best Dressed. For me, definitely Marta Kostyuk and Wilson. And on the men's side, Yannick Sinner's tennis bag. The Gucci bag.
That's a good one.
Not a man, but the Gucci bag.
The Gucci bag itself.
What's wrong with
Let's go, Charlie.
Yeah, for me, I think Nike is a good outfit, of course, Sinner. But on the other hand, I like Lacoste. So not on Medvedev, but more on Djokovic. I think it fits him very well, and I like the cut and the clean outfit. On the women's side, I have to say Coco Gauff. I think New Balance is coming strong, and I like her outfit.
Yeah, awesome. Let's hit it, Federica.
For me, definitely Marta Kostyuk with Wilson. It's been the best collaboration. And on the men's side, I really, really like Riley Opelka and Fila. I think they've been yes. I think that it's a great match, and I love the guy.
Big sizes too.
Yeah.
That's right.
Zani, what do you
I
have?
have to say Naomi Osaka, she brought it at the US Open with her beautiful top-tier Nike kit. I thought she looked amazing. On the men's side, I have to say Medvedev. I love his Lacoste look.
Will, what do you got for us?
I like Emma Raducanu for Nike. I think she's always coming in classic. Also for the men's, Matteo Berrettini with Hugo Boss.
Oh,
Always so
Actually,
chic.
that's a good one too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
Well, he
chic.
makes anything look good.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
I get the face.
Let's go, Italians.
All right, most charismatic. I have
Next opponent will be Sabalenka.
Dasha. Absolutely.
Is that right?
Yeah,
We
no,
all
I
were
have
like-
Dasha. I have Dasha. And on the men's side, I have to say Medvedev. I mean, the skits that he pulled at the, when he was tossing the racket, but I love it. Medvedev for me.
so funny.
Most charismatic, Charlie?
On the women's side, I think Sabalenka. I think, that's for me the favorite. On men's side, charismatic, I would say Shelton and Musetti. I think
Oh, wow, yeah.
We love
They-
Musetti too.
Yeah.
they show their emotions on the court, and that's for me the two players.
Most charismatic, Federica?
I actually agree with you with Sabalenka. It's 100% for me the most charismatic on court. And of course, this year we haven't seen much of him, but Nick Kyrgios is still, even off court, very charismatic and very
Yeah, that's
vocal.
true.
So I have to go with him.
Okay. Zani?
I picked Jasmine Paolini. I think she's so
she's
cute.
so
She's like a little power package, but
Yeah.
also just her smile. She's super genuine
that's
on
true.
court. She reminds me a little bit of my daughter. And on the men's side, I like Grigor Dimitrov. I think he's very charming and funny
Good
on
picks.
and off court.
Good
Yeah.
picks. Mine goes out to the trios. I like Sabalenka, Ons, and Paula Badosa.
Oh,
the three together are
them
a lot of
together.
fun. I think they gotta bring out the little humor in that tennis for sure.
That
I
friendship.
also, yeah, for sure. I also enjoy Medvedev as well.
Medvedev.
He's
What about
so funny.
Bublik?
He's so funny.
What about Bublik?
Buble.
Oh, yeah, he's a good one
He's
too.
amazing.
I think we have
Honorable
to-
mention.
Honorable mention.
for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, so most improved, I have Anna Kalinskaya. We got to see her at the Berlin
Yeah.
Open.
Yeah, we
She's really
did.
good. And also, I mean, she moved up from 77 to 14,
Yep.
which is a huge jump.
Bravo.
And on the men's
Yeah.
side, Giovanni.
Oh, Giovanni.
Giovanni, yes.
So my pick.
Yes, huh? For you, most improved 2024.
I see it not only from the ranking. And on the men's side, I think Draper was for me the most
Yeah.
improved,
Oh, Yep.
and
yeah.
I see him also the next top 10 player. He's really strong. So for me, it's Draper. On women's side, you have to say Paolini. I mean, she was a surprise, also winning big titles. So it's
Also in doubles, too.
in
I
doubles
find
as
that
well.
interesting,
Yeah,
There's
because
not many
of
players
that.
can do
They did
both.
They won gold this year with Sarah Rani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Federica?
I actually I have to second you again. Jasmine Paolini is definitely my most improved. She has an incredible season and inspires so many young girls. And on the men's side, Giovanni and Bashi Pericard as is for me the most improved, and Tommy Paul as well. I think he had a good season and is growing into it.
I have to say Paola Badosa. I think she has really improved. She had so many setbacks with injuries, and now, I mean, she's number 12, ending the year with number 12 in the world, which is amazing. On the men's side,
She bounced back in that relationship too, didn't she?
Yeah, that's true. They had their ups and
In and
downs.
out, in and out.
Maybe she needed some time to,
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, well,
No, she's back
they
in,
had
I think.
yeah, they're back.
Wait, are they on or are they
Allegedly.
off? They're on right now, right?
they're on.
They're on.
They're on,
Okay.
okay.
100% on.
And then I have to agree with you, Charlie. Jack Draper, a lefty. I love a good lefty, but he, I think, most improved as well. So I'm excited. I hope he makes it to the top 10. I think he will. Very confident about that.
Mine also is Paula Badosa. Yeah, I'm like really
Yay.
proud of her this season. She came back from all those injuries and like they're self-doubt, and she came in. She won Washington this year as well too,
Yeah.
500, and she number 12.
Number 12.
Mine also goes out to Alex de Minaur. He actually is broken into the top 10 for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a tough player.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Grinder for sure.
Grinder.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very solid.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he's a very solid player, and I think something is missing, to go to really to the top 5 or something. But I think he makes the most out of his game.
What do you think is missing?
Big shot.
Big shot. Yeah.
I mean, he's moving well. He's very solid, but everything is solid. But if you see the top guys, there's always something standing out, and that's what's missing. Maybe his movement is what's standing out, but I don't think that's enough to get to the top 5.
Okay, best serve. I have Sarah Irani.
What?
Wait, is that a joke?
Did I just? I was
No.
like,
Well, she suffered from yips.
Nope, it's not a joke because back then I used to have this thing with my serve too, and it was all in my head. And if we have to give her best serve because she has pulled out wins with that serve.
No, without a serve. Actually.
I'm still
you
going
wrong,
for Sarah.
Charlie.
Sarah, you are my number one best serve. Way to keep pulling it out. And then, of course, the man who is serving the fastest and who has actually the biggest percentage is Giovanni, I think,
Pericard.
for best serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pericard.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Yeah, if you go by statistic, I think Zverev has the best serve this year, and that's also remarkable because he had a huge problem with his serve.
Yeah.
He had
Yes.
yips.
He had the yips as well.
You only notice it from golf, where he really he couldn't. He lost his second serve completely, and to come out of there is a big achievement. I think he changed a little bit his ball toss. He's not tossing so high anymore, and that changed the whole thing. And if you look at the statistics, I mean, the percentage he serves with his hard serve is amazing. And you have to tell, for sure, it's Sinner, and I would say Zverev.
Yeah, Sinner improved his serve so much. But
Well, we don't have to ask you. It's always the
no,
Italians.
exactly. It's
Italians.
He's always
I
going
was
to be my
Italian.
favorite. This is why I put a lot of focus into picking another one. But actually, Giovanni Pesci Pericard, again, has been incredible with his number of aces. It's impossible to get that serve. And I've seen...
Second serve, too.
Second serve.
Second serve is one of the
which
faster than the first serve.
It's like a first
Yeah.
serve.
Actually, the best servers, you look on the second serves. Everybody can serve a hard first serve, but second serve, I mean, it's so strong with him, and it's like two first serves, and you can't get there. If he really makes the second serve, it's still 220, 225. It's horrible as the opponent playing against a player like that because you don't get any rhythm. You're not getting to play your game at all on his service game. And the pressure is really getting strong on your own serve because if you don't get to play on his serve, you're really under pressure with your service games, and that's what makes it hard.
The hold, especially.
I also have to mention Ben Shelton, which
Yeah,
I've
you're
seen
right.
Oh, yeah.
live,
Yes.
and his serve reached 235.
Yes.
Wow.
When I was watching
Lefty,
lefty,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how he does
Killer.
it with his shoulder and how that
And-
shoulder can survive that.
Not only his shoulders, his turns on the body are really, really amazing. And that's also I'm gonna be curious, how his body, as you say, is gonna hold up, because he uses a lot of shoulder, a lot of turn. That's why his serve is so strong. He's just not, I think he has almost too many options with his serve. That's why he's too wild at the moment. I think if by the time he will use the tactics much more and he will be even stronger. But you're completely right. I wouldn't like to return him.
No.
Yeah, for sure. Especially lefty.
Yeah, especially.
Because you have some players, they really serve strong, but you probably see where the serve is going or it's flat. But he has kick, he has slice, he has angles, he has speed, he has everything.
Yeah, well, speaking of players, I wouldn't want to be on the other end. I think Rybakina, her serve on the women's side is insane. Yeah. I personally think that's my pick. And then on the men's side, I have to agree with you, Zverev. I think he's really super high consistency on his first serve. So I have to go with Zverev. Yeah.
Well, mine have already been mentioned already. I still love Elena Rybakina. I mean, I think she just knocks it out of the ballgame, honestly. These girls have a hard time returning her serves. I also love Ben Shelton as well, too. I mean, I just love the lefty. Playing as well, too. I always had a big problem playing as lefties, yeah.
We're going to move on to, let's say, best mover. For me, it's Alcaraz, absolutely on the men's side. And Iga, I just want to mention, she's definitely my pick on the women's side. What Andy Roddick said about her. He said, I think that the way that she is efficient with her movement, she's sliding, she's hitting, and at the end of the slide, she's already a foot back towards the center. It's all done in this one motion, which makes me want to vomit with jealousy. I think she has some of the best footwork from the middle of the court I've ever seen in my life. So from the women's side, I'm going with Andy Roddick's pick, Iga.
Yeah, men's side, definitely Alcaraz. I would also, as we spoke, Diminauer for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not in the top anymore, but Goffin, for me, was one of the best footworks and movement. And definitely, you have to say also Thomas Makac.
Yes. His strong legs.
So it's most of the time the smaller guys, of course, moving better. And as the most important thing is actually, to stand well at the shot. And if you count like quickness, movement, coordination, balance, you have to pick Alcaraz as the top guy.
Yeah, which was already my pick. So I'm going to now switch to
Sorry
Casper
that you have
Ruud.
to.
And anyone on the women's side?
Unbelievable, this guy.
To end with it.
Women's side, Paulini for sure.
That's my pick again.
Sinner.
No, but Paulini, I mean,
Yeah.
totally deserves it. She moves so well in the court.
Swiatek definitely moves well as well. Coco Gauff.
Oh.
She's moving
All right,
well.
we got to save it
I know.
down here,
Can
too.
you
Come
say it
on.
down here? This is
Better
my
on the
on
men's
my
side. What do you say?
We got to elaborate down here, too.
I'm gonna go with Casper Ruud now, just to mention, because I actually think that he moves quite well as well. But Carlos, of course, is for me the best.
Yeah.
What do you think about Casper?
Yeah, also very good mover, and it's always a combination between like the eye also. If you anticipate well. So if you see a player out of balance, that means he's not moving well, even when he's quick. But you have some players that just there all the time, always have time, and that's Alcaraz, Ruud as well. I have to admit.
Good.
And actually, you have to say also Djokovic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Yes.
sure.
How
Of
did we
course,
forget
of
it?
And my
course.
splits.
You cannot forget
Yeah,
him.
the
yeah.
splits.
like a
Yeah,
true
yeah,
best.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Yeah.
Zani?
Coco Gauff, for sure. Number one. That girl is fast. Her speed is insane on the court. And then I have to say Alcaraz, of course. He basically moves around the court like a ballerina. I mean, he's just floating to every ball. It's
always at the
amazing.
net.
It's amazing how he moves. Yeah.
Mine goes out to Caroline Mukova. I don't know why, but she always just gets to the net and ends it at the net. And I love that about her game. Also, Carlos as well. I mean, like, that boy just gets to every single ball. I don't know how he does it. I wish I had his legs, but I don't.
All right. Most funny on tour. Most funny. I have 100% Sabalenka.
Do you work on your flexibility the way you just said you know how to control your you know how to but
Oh my gosh, how stupid I am.
She just seems like she's having so much more fun these
Now.
days,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she really
Now,
can just like embrace like, the silliness.
I
in
think it's
herself
because
and-
she won her first Grand Slam. You mean
Yeah,
like when you
the
get over
pressure's
that,
off.
it's like the pressure's off. You can be yourself and enjoy life and actually play flowly. You mean like with ease.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
happy
because
for
she
it
has a
too.
good boyfriend.
We gonna get into that later
We're going
on.
to get to that later. We get to that
Don't
She's
worry
later.
in
about that.
love. That will make anyone very funny.
I hope
And
so.
then for sure, on my side, on the men's side, is Shelton, because when we saw him at the Laver Cup in Berlin, he was just like the biggest goofball and having like the most fun. I love to see that.
Also
team.
my pick.
Yeah.
Yes, Shelton and Tiafo. I think these
Yes,
two
those two
together.
Good combo.
They were
Shelton, yeah,
oh
and
my
Tiafo.
god,
So
They're
playful.
funny.
yeah, they're so playful and they just pick on one another constantly.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to watch. On the women's side, I actually find Arina Sabalenka to be the funniest
She is, yeah.
because she's just
Off court.
Yeah, of course.
Off
course.
court,
Yeah,
course.
she's not fun to
Yeah.
play against. For
No.
sure.
No.
No.
God, no.
No,
Not serve.
no. No, but of course she's always cracking jokes, and I think it's funny.
I'm gonna say Emma Navarro. You don't expect it
Oh,
on
yes.
court because she's just kind of like cold faced, stone faced, but she apparently is a big goofball off court. Like all the American players say about how funny she is.
We love our countries. We're hanging with buddies. We're telling stories about our honeys. Not that.
On the men's side, I have to say Monfils. I had another one, but now I'm gonna go with
yeah.
Monfils. Actually, I think he is again
one.
another entertainer on court, but I think he's really funny.
Mine goes to, I think this is the biggest prankster on tour for the women's, is Ons Jabeur. I love her. Yeah, her like
Minister of Happiness.
yeah,
Minister.
seriously. She's funny. I love her. But also I love Sheldon as well too. Like he's so useful, has this like playfulness that's like great on tour. I love seeing that. You mean with the boys as well too. And he's so well loved and well liked.
Yeah, he
honestly.
is.
I really like that about him.
Best poker face. I have Rabakina and Sinner.
Yeah, not a good bad pick. I would say Medvedev, definitely. Good serve, good ground strokes, but he's not the most talented. But from the tactics and showing emotions or not, when to show them, he's, for me, the biggest poker face. You never know, in which stage he is. You really have to step on him 10 times when he's down that he's not coming back.
And on the women's?
I pass it on to you on the women's side.
On the women's side, I have to go with the girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, we don't know, rumored, Anna Kalinskaya.
Yeah.
I actually think that they make a good poker face
Couple.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I had Iga Swiatek.
Yeah.
I think she channels her inner Rafa as well because she loves Rafa. She's like obsessed with Rafa Nadal. But on court, like she's super focused, which I appreciate.
I think Novak for men.
Oh,
Actually,
Novak
I wanted to
Djokovic,
say we have to
that's
mention
true.
we have to mention
Djokovic.
Djokovic.
Yeah.
Djokovic, I feel like
That's
he's the
true.
Joker. I mean, like honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like he just plays so well and he doesn't show any emotion.
That's true.
And I just don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
calm. He kind of has the same two expressions.
Yeah.
Okay, drama king and drama queen. I have Ostapenko and Rublev.
Rublev is completely crazy on court. Yeah, he
Yeah,
freaks out.
for
I think
sure.
that's
I have.
why he haven't won any. I think that's a big problem for him.
I
For
love
me,
him
the
as a
biggest
player.
drama queen in men's tennis is Rune.
Rune.
Oh, God.
No way.
I mean,
Oh, no. Please don't hate us.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I
but
mean-
he is
the conversations he has with his coach and box and mother and
mom. Yeah.
it's very toxic.
and I
Very
think there's also a lack of respect sometimes for the opponent, and that's I think he's not too popular in the
No.
in the scene.
No.
Do we have any more drama queens or drama kings?
I think Yulia Puznitseva, the one, I don't know where she's from, but she was the one at the US Open where she let the ball girls like throw a ball at her and she didn't pick it up. She was just looking at them like, throw another one.
Yeah.
She's a bit of a drama
That was a
queen.
drama
You took
queen.
mine
That was
too,
a drama
girl.
queen moment.
No,
maybe.
but she's overall like she's a tough one. I think she's along the lines of Ostapenko. a bit of a
Ostapenko
drama
too,
queen.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, mine was Julia as well, too. I mean, her outbursts with her coaches are insane. But I got to give a shout out to her this year, though. She did really well this year.
Okay, most likely to win a Grand Slam in 2025. I have Mukova.
oh,
good one.
That's a good
Me too.
one.
Huh? Mukova.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
really
one.
think
Same.
she's going to
So
do it next
talented.
year.
Mine, too.
You're going to do it next year. You're going to do it.
We're with you.
And of course, Sasha Zverev. I mean, come on. He has so many ATP titles. Come on. He's like the gold. He's on just the cusp.
I only see Sinner, Alcaraz, and Djokovic. Still.
Yeah, yeah.
My pick is Djokovic, because now that he's going to be coached by Andy,
Murray.
I think this
I'll
is
like
that
him
duo.
again.
up for something, and they still have bullets. On the women's side, I think that Jelena Rybakina had a wonderful year,
Yeah, yes.
but unfortunately she had, some
And
issues.
she has a good coach now.
Yeah.
Yes.
She does.
Yes.
Even
Correct.
Ivanovic.
I hope that Rybakina can really win a Grand Slam this year.
Yeah.
I think she will.
Yeah. I'm going to pick Qin Wen Zheng.
Ah,
Actually.
pronouncing
yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
that's a good
much. I had to
Well
really
done.
slow down. Gold medalist this year, and I think she's got fire in her. I think
Yeah.
she's
Hungry.
I agree with you,
gonna
yeah.
she's gonna surprise everyone next year. She might win one. On the men's side, I'm going back to Medvedev. I mean, he needs another one on his plate.
That's my pick as well too.
Yeah?
Medvedev
Yeah?
as well too. I think he might come through for U.S. Open. He won one already before as
Yeah.
well. But I pick for the women's Mukova. She's made it through the semis before, but I think this is her year.
All right. Well, guess what? That's the end of our 2024 Tennis Pulse. Best of best. Let's give it up for all the players that made the list.
Whoa, shout out.
Pulse.
And we see you next time.